Hello everyone, this is Devin Adams, a certified Fortinet instructor here in Tempe, Arizona for Dynamic Worldwide, and I have another set of videos for you to enhance your NSE4 lab. So, in this video, we're going to show how to upgrade your FortiOS in your GNS3 NSE4 lab environment. So, I have started teaching the 5.6 materials that was just recently released, and here's a shout out for anyone that sat through that first class that's going on this week. I apologize about the lab environment. Okay, I just thought I'd throw that out there. There was a script that messed up, it didn't get deployed right, whatever. So, but going forward, I'm actually going to start using FortiOS 5.6 instead of 5.4 because that is going to be the relative FortiOS that I am going to be teaching in. So, plus I have to get used to it. So, I've been spending the last X amount of months slash over a year doing 5.4, and it's about time to move on right now that 6 is out too. But anyways, the goal for this lab is pretty simple, and we're probably going to split it up here in two. But the first thing we're going to want to do, now this is a test environment, so in real life to do a FortiOS upgrade you have to read the release notes. You also have to do some preparation, maybe some testing beforehand to make sure things don't break. The nice thing about our GNS3 lab, it's a lab. We can break it. So, but we still don't want to lose all of our hard work. So the first thing we're going to do is essentially back up our configuration file, but we're not just going to do a normal backup. We're going to do a full backup, and you accomplish this through the CLI using a FTP or a TFTP server. So we're going to do that first. All right, maybe I'll do a real quick comparison on what it looks like to do a normal backup versus a full backup, and that way we at least have a copy, right, of our FortiGates, our virtual FortiGate. So if we do break something, we can drop that full config and get back to where we were before we did the upgrade. And then I'll show you guys which file to grab to properly update your FortiOS on the support website. Then we'll perform the upgrade, and then we'll verify that it worked. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to log into my support PC. All right, so our first goal here is to get a, oh, there it is. All right, our first goal here is to get a TFTP server and also do a full backup. So before I do that though, let's go into our FortiGate and pull a normal backup and take a look at it. So here we go. By the way, in the last lab, or the last couple of labs, we did DNS. So I'm going to my FW1 there. It's not so cool. Better than an IP address. So, but let's go ahead and log in and verify what version of FortiOS we're on now. Right, remind me later. I got that because it rebooted on me. So, okay, so here's FortiOS, and I am rocking 5.4.8. Okay, so real quickly, if I go ahead and I back up my running configuration here, all right, and I'm just going to back it up, and then I'm going to open up that folder, and let's open up with Notepad++. So right off the bat, you can see the size of it. The size of it wasn't that large. It's about 118 kilobytes, all right, and as you can see, I mean, it's still pretty intense, right? But it's not going to be the full configuration. All that we're seeing here are the customizable options, or the things that we have changed. Okay, so no big deal, no big deal, but it's still best practice, right, to essentially do the full backup in case you do an upgrade, and that way, you know, in case something gets corrupted or what have you. Anyways, so let's go ahead and do it through the CLI. So here we go. Let me hit cancel. So the first thing we're going to need is an FTP server or a TFTP server. I'm just going to pick trivial FTP because it's connected directly to my management interface on my FortiGates. I do not have a TFTP server application though. So let's go ahead and get one real quickly. So you can just type in TFTP server, free, Windows, pick your poison, right? I know that SolarWinds has a good one that's free, but they usually make you fill out a little spammy for life. Just kidding, SolarWinds. This one is the one I was actually looking for, the TFTP D32. It's just an open source free TFTP server that's always worked well for me in the past. So it also does some additional stuff here that's kind of fun to have. So, but let's go ahead and do a download. And I'm actually rocking a 32-bit flavor of Windows here in my GNS3. So I'm going to just go over here to Bitbucket. Alright, go to the download page. And it really doesn't matter which FTP or TFTP server you do. I'm going to grab the portable version though. I don't really feel like installing it. Oh, that was 64-bit. Oh, snap. I want 32-bit. There we go. Alright, so let's open this up. There's the 32-bit. I'll just delete the 64 so I don't get confused. It's not very hard. I'll go ahead and I'll extract it to the folder, and I should just be able to run it. Alright, there we are. Awesome. Good times. Okay, so there's the server interface. So I'm using the 10.0.1.100. I'm going to be a TFTP server. Alright. You might get prompted for admin rights to open up the firewall. Okay. I believe that I did this earlier at one point in time because it didn't ask me. But where do you also want to drop the config file? So where is the current folder? So I'm just going to hit browse here. I'm actually going to drop it somewhere else. Let's drop it like in just the desktop for right now, I guess. Or you know what? No. I'll actually, where's my libraries? I'll do it in my documents. Actually, you know what? No. No, I will not. Where's my downloads folder? I'll do it in my downloads folder. That way we can take a look at the different size between the two, running configuration and the full configuration. So that's the path. All right. Now we have to get to our FortiGate and point to this TFTP server. Okay. Plus on the FortiOS handbook there is a CLI guide on how to do this, but I'll do it slowly here. But here we go. So the IP address to my FortiGate is 10.0.1.254 using SSH. Admin, no password. That's our test lab. That's the only reason why there's no password there. All right. And then we're going to do an execute back up. And you can do a question mark here to see the different backup options that you have. We're going to do a full configuration. All right. And if you hit question mark again, look at that. You can even push it out to a USB drive. Pretty cool, huh? So I can't plug a USB into my virtual FortiGate, at least not that I know of. So we're going to pick TFTP, okay? And the next syntax is, what is the name of the file? Well, I'll just call this something like a backup.config. I know that's not very clever, but I can't think of anything better than that right now. And then after that, if I do another question mark, it says, okay, where's your TFTP server? So 10.0.1.100. All right, so that is the IP address of this Windows machine right here. Burr, burr, burr. Okay, I wonder if it will work. All right, oh, it said it sent it. Oh, there it is. What? All right, let's open up the directory. Okay, good times. Let's go to Explore. And you can see here, we have our backup config, and then we have the one that we dropped from the GUI, or pulled from the GUI. Look at the size difference. See this 370 KB versus the 118 KB. So let's go ahead and open it up in Notepad++. Alright, so as you can see here, it's the full configuration. Look at that. Oh my word. You could actually look in here and really get a feel for what the FortiGate 2 is capable of doing and setting, and just getting a more greater understanding of how the configuration works. It will help you with your scripting. It'll put you to sleep at night because this is a lot of information. As you can see here, it's not nearly as long. Okay? But at least this way we'll have a full backup in case we need to revert. So what I'm going to do there is I'm actually going to exit out of my Notepad++. And I'm going to rename that backup to something like FortiGates 548 config. So I have it when I do my upload. So, alright guys, so I'm going to stop the video right there just to keep these shorter. In part 2, we'll go ahead and download the firmware, and we'll go ahead and do our upgrade. So I'll see you guys in just a few moments. Take care.